to our late look north. Good evening, I'm Gerry Jackson. They lost their much-loved family pet in a vicious attack by an out-of-control dog. 4-year-old cockapoo Daisy was mauled while out for a walk at South Hetton in County Durham last year. Now a man's been ordered to pay compensation, but Daisy's owners say the law should be stronger in tackling irresponsible dog owners, and they say they still live with the trauma of what happened. Peter Harris reports.
To them, she was like a member of the family.
Go on then. Go on then.
The most loving little dog, she's more like our child.
One morning in April last year, Daisy was being walked on a lead near home when she was attacked by a lurcher-type dog and killed.
We still cry daily over it. We still can't comprehend what's happened. The fact that she was here one day and then took away by the early hours of the afternoon, you can't comprehend it.
Yesterday, a man admitted having a dangerously out-of-control dog when Daisy was attacked. John James Wallace, who's 31, was ordered to pay £750 in compensation and banned from keeping an animal for 2 years at Newton Aycliffe Magistrates Court. Does that give you any kind of sense of closure?
It's never going to change the outcome, but at least now we have to move on, I suppose. We don't have a choice, do we? If your dog does not have 100% recall, then you should never have your dog off the lead. All it takes is for one dog to turn or to snap, and once they've got, I suppose, that taste for blood, then who's to say they're not going to go out and do it to another dog, do it to another child? Good girl.
Daisy's owners believe stronger laws are needed against irresponsible dog owners. The consequences, an ongoing trauma for those affected.
To know that we'll never get another Daisy is very, very hard.
Peter Harris, BBC Look North.
Up to £100 million could be invested in the North East space sector, creating 500 jobs. Lockheed Martin has already announced it's investing £15 million at the North East Space Skills and Technology Unit at Northumbria University, which will also be funded by the university and the UK Space Agency. Now, the American firm says it also wants to invest £85 million building satellites at Net Park in County Durham.
We're looking at an assembly, integration and test facility, ultimately, where we can bring together satellites for global markets in the future. The minimum what we're looking at is creating around at least 500 new jobs in the region, but I say that in the sense of that's what our commitment is and what we know today. But those jobs inevitably will create further jobs.
Now, it's a story that's come full circle, according to the outgoing Chief Executive of Northumberland National Park, ahead of his retirement. Today, Tony Gates planted a sapling grown from the felled sycamore gap tree in the National Park, around 5 miles from its original home on Hadrian's Wall. Every other UK national park will get a sycamore sapling too, as Alison Freeman reports.
I was really pleased that the team asked me to plant the tree, and it feels almost like it's come in full circle for me. You know, I can remember back on the day that the tree was cut down, and there wasn't a lot of hope around that morning. I think what this does, it gives people real hope that nature endures despite what we throw at it. We took the soil in.
A significant and moving moment for the head of Northumberland's National Park, planting a sapling grown from the original sycamore gap tree. And it has even deeper meaning for Tony Gates, who, after 2 decades at the helm, will soon be saying goodbye to the organisation he was in charge of when the felling of the much-loved tree took place.
I thought when we went through COVID, that was a really tough time for everyone. And I was uplifted by the fact that people wanted and demanded access to the countryside. To have the sycamore gap tree felled just a short time after that was a real blow.
What were your feelings on that day?
I sort of switched into work mode, but deep inside I was really sad. You know, and there was a part of me that felt, you know, a really special part of the national park's been lost, and I'm the chief executive, you know, and that hurt me personally.
The sapling is one of 15 being planted at all of the UK's national parks. Its home in Northumberland is at Walltown Country Park, which has pathways making it a really accessible spot.
It means the greatest number of people of all abilities can come and visit it, and we know how important the original tree was to people. We've tried for years to make the national park accessible to more and to different people in society, and I know that Northumberland National Park will continue to do that for many years to come.
Alison Freeman, BBC Look North, Northumberland.
2 football scores to bring you tonight, and in the National League, the Gateshead Great Escape continues, and what a great result. They beat second-placed York 3-1 at the International Stadium. That win lifts them out of the relegation zone. Meanwhile, Carlisle further cemented their playoff spot, winning 1-0 at fellow contenders Halifax. Highlights tomorrow. Time now, though, for our latest weather forecast for the region with Paul.
Good evening. Over the next few days, things stay very unsettled and there's certainly a colder feel to things. The last remnants of today's rain clearing away southwards overnight, clear spells following on behind. Eventually, though, we'll see a few wintry showers come into parts of Cumbria by the end of the night. Temperatures well into single figures and feeling colder still, and that gusty northwesterly wind. Into tomorrow then, it's a day of bright spells and occasional showers. Some of the showers wintry up over the high ground, some sleet, some snow, and there could be some hail and thunder mixed in amongst the showers as well. Having said that, some bright spells in between, but it's going to feel cold. We've got those gusty northwesterly winds and temperatures only peak between 6 and 9 degrees Celsius through the afternoon. Thursday, after a frosty start, it's mostly dry and bright. Rain at first on Friday, brightening up later.
More stories via the BBC News, Sport and Weather apps, and Helen Richardson's here first thing tomorrow morning. For now, though, sleep well. Good night.